Mhm. Mm. Åh gud. Bryter så snabbt. Wow. Okej då. Okej, skit. Sträcka på mig och se vad som händer. Jag kommer vidare på det. Jag vill levela upp lite grann också. Oh ja, det. Vi går tillbaka till att här. Göra saker. Det jag behöver göra. Mm. Au. Mm. Vad är enklast att köra som nybörjare? Ja, det är Warrior. För du literalt gör typ två saker. Spring fram, skaffa massor av armor på dig själv och sen så slår din fiende rejält hårt. Men om du vill ha typ lite roligt och göra mer saker än typ de två sakerna, då kanske du väljer Rogue eller Magiker. För ja, de har massor av olika unika bilder som gör det superroligt att slåss och interagera med världen runt sig. Vilken level är jag ens?
Our soldiers handled themselves well in Adamant.
We've come a long way since Haven. I fear there's still a ways to go, but we're prepared. All right.
Har vi mer?
Let's see what we have.
Åh nej, hon bara, okej, det var den gjort. Hon är här borta. Nej. Kanske. Allt beror på, för jag är inte så säker.
It was interesting to see how much has changed in Halam Shiral. And so little. Madame Méprise is a fixture. The sun will grow cold before she retires. At your service.
Jag kommer kanske aktivera storyn bara beroende på vilken level jag är. Okej, nu ska vi titta till en yxa jag prövar på. Nej. Jag är så ovan med det där. Jag var 17 och oh my god, jag vill så ha den. Den ser så cool ut, men jag behöver nog en level till. Hitta Solus där. Vad är det här då? Jag pratar med dig.
It's good to see you.
What do the people...
We've gathered many favors among the nobility. They will be gently...
And Eve?
Lord Nadovino of Antiva, a friend of my family not normally given to politics.
How did you get him to support...
Antivan are touched by worthy deeds, Inquisitor. I impressed him with the rightness of our cause.
Jag är 16. Lagom till 16 också. Så när det var funkar som det ska. Jag tror jag redan gjort allt sådana prat och sådana saker man kan göra nu så. Yep. Vänta, vad är för uppdrag? Inner circle memories of the grey, unfinished business, seeing a red. White pie, it is raw. Okej, jag ska spara. Och story. För vad annars har jag att göra nu? Jag behöver komma vidare någon gång. Jag får inte fucking cower away from it forever. Jag är 16 så jag kan göra det.
With an Illuvion, Corypheus could cross into the Fade in the flesh.
Indeed. The Inquisitor can attest that these artifacts still work if one knows how to use them.
What happens when Corypheus enters the Fade?
Why, he will gain his heart's desire and take the power of a god. Or, and this is more likely, the lunatic will unleash forces that tear the world apart.
Reasons for stopping Corypheus have gone from revenge to keep the world intact.
It was always so, was it not? The madman would bury us all.
Pardon me, but does this mean everything's lost unless we get to the Illuvion before him?
Corypheus has a head start, no matter how quickly our army moves.
We should gather our allies before we march.
Can we wait for them? We should send our spies ahead to the Arbor Wilds.
Without support from the soldiers, you'd lose half of them.
Then what should we do?
For starters, we don't let Corypheus worry us to death. Imagine how embarrassing that would be. Josephine, have our allies send scouts to meet us in the wilds. Liliana, your fastest agents will join them. Together, we'll have enough spies to slow down Corypheus's army until Cullen's soldiers arrive.
Such confidence. But the Arbor Wilds are not so kind to visitors.
We'd be remiss to not take advantage of your knowledge, Lady Morgan.
'Tis why I came here, although it is good to see its value recognized.
Any further instructions, Inquisitor?
The Inquisition began as a handful of soldiers. Thanks to you, we're now... I could ask for no finer counsel, no better guidance.
I speak for all of us when I answer. We could ask.
We'll hound Corypheus in the wilds before he can find the temple or this Illuvion.
Illuvians. Yes! Let's go! I hate this. I feel uncomfortable. Who am I taking with me? Solus. More. Cole. Who more? Bull? Nope. Cassandra. Yeah, Cassandra. She's good. Because... Piss what? Piss what and... Donkey tits. Piss ants and donkey piss. Ow. Oh. 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 Fucking shit, I forgot. Sen så har vi Flameth. Ja, jag vill inte spoila. Jag vet slutet. Jag vet slutet av den här. Av allting. Jag vet faktiskt hela slutet av hela spelet.
Inquisitor,
How goes the battle, Captain?
the Red Templars fall beneath our blades, your worship. Commander Cullen says they're nearly finished. Our scouts saw Corypheus traveling towards an elven ruin to the north. We can clear you a path through his armies.
Jag är ganska nära av slutet utanför DLC:n.
Do only what you must. We need enough people for a celebration when we get back to Skyhold.
We will not fail you, my lord. Andraste guide you.
I wonder, is it Andraste your soldiers invoke during battle, or does a more immediate name come to their lips?
They show me respect, Morrigan. No one mistakes me for the Maker.
True. You are far more likely to come to their aid than a Chantry fable. But I digress. If your scouts report accurately, I believe these ruins to be the temple.
Which is?
A place of worship out of elven legend. If Corypheus seeks it, then the Illuvian he covets lies within. Let us hope we...
Cole has a level up. Oh, I forgot. I did not actually know that. Whoop. What did we upgrade even? What do we have? What does it have? Where am I going? Over here? Nope. I hate that it has no clear... Oh ja, det är clear. Det här är en bra väg. Varför har jag en sån här yxa här? Den ser ut som en yxa, det ser ut som fucking en stav.
How close the fighting's gotten. It will be worse ahead.
If the soldiers aren't careful with their fires, they'll do Corypheus's work for him.
Do you sense the magic crackling? Something more powerful than the Red Templars stirs.
Jag har to uppgradera mina potions också. Och Stormhearts. Jag fick få tag på allting jag kan. Helst Elfroot. Hur bildet igen? Okej, jag har det där. Okej, det här går bra, det här kommer bra. Jag kan göra det. Sup bitches. What's up, Crow? daily scout armor, but I wish I was an elf now. Jag önskar jag var en alv-karaktär nu. Men jag är inte. Jag är en Kunari. Mercenary. Lite laggigt.
Grey Wardens. He must be the last of those enslaved at Adamant.
If they are forced to obey him, death will be a blessing.
The monsters are running, your worship. For Haven and the Divine.
There, ahead. An entire camp of Red Templars.
Watch out. They've posted archers on the wall.
attacked by elves. It seems this Temple of Mythal is not deserted after all.
Perhaps these creatures are the reason few return from the Arbor Wilds.
Okay, that's we have to go to the second blockade.
The Herald of
Den älskar jag.
There. That must be the Temple of Mythal.
I hear fighting ahead.
Oh, coolt.
Namelana Serbanale.
The wretch mocks you, master.
These are but remnants. They will not keep us from the Well of Sorrows.
Well of Sorrows?
Be honored. Witness death at the hands of a new god.
Cannot be.
Cross the bridge, now!
Sick. But now how he's immortal now, he just transfers his soul or whatever it is to another person and takes over their body. Yeah, you know, that's nice. He's so practiced blood magic. Han så gjorde blood magic och jag fucking avskyr det.
At last, Mythal's sanctum. Let us proceed before Corypheus interferes.
You said Corypheus wanted an Eluvian, but he mentioned a...
I am uncertain of what he referred to.
You were guessing. Corypheus might not be after this Eluvian. It might not even be here.
Yes, I was wrong. Whatever the Well of Sorrows might be, Corypheus seeks it, and thus you must keep it.
Whatever, I don't want to keep...
Let's find this well before Corypheus's people do.
And if they do, I will slaughter
I want to know
him.
how Corypheus returned to life. We saw him die.
And his life force passes on to any blighted creature, Darkspawn, or Grey Warden.
And Corypheus cannot die. Destroy his body and he will assume another.
We'll find a way to stop him once we're done here.
'Tis strange. Archdemons possess the same ability, and still the Grey Wardens are able to slay them. Yet Corypheus, they locked away. Perhaps they knew he could do this, but not how. Yes?
Are you certain Corypheus...
Perhaps you forget. I was in Ferelden during the... How Corypheus gained the power to send his soul into blighted bodies. That is the real question.
Well, answering that question, let us destroy...
Perhaps. I would suggest first dealing with the well. If Corypheus obtains it, any chance of success...
You've seen the elves here. They seem odd.
Indeed. Two things are possible. One, this is a group of Dalish separated from their brethren, cultists, fanatic in their desire to keep humans away. Two, these are elves descended from the ancients, having resided here since before the fall of Arlathan. The second appears unlikely, but if true, implications are astounding.
Is that even...
With magic, anything is possible. Whatever the truth, the Guardian... A more sensible question might be, why?
Do you know what this part of the temple was used for?
The room we stand in is a vestibule, not the... To those who knew it, perhaps this... These customs must have been as familiar to ancient elves as bowing to a queen is to you or I.
I find it difficult to picture you curtsying to anyone.
Have we become so familiar you can predict my manners and customs now?
Yeah.
Nothing is lost by indulging in the occasional civilized...
You said this Mythal was worshipped?
So one assumes. What is a god but a being of immense power? The dread old gods were nothing more than dragons, after all. They rise as archdemons, and they die. Perhaps Mythal was a powerful elf, a ruler among her kind. History often plays storytelling.
You admit lack of knowledge, and yet dismiss her so readily?
I do not dismiss her. I question her supposed divinity. One need not be a god to have value. Truthfully, I'm uncertain Mythal was even a single entity. The accounts are varied.
There are varied?
In most stories, Mythal rights wrongs while exercising motherly kindness. Let fly your voice to Mythal, deliverer of justice, protector of sun and earth alike. Other paint her as dark, vengeful. Pray to Mythal, and she would smite your enemies.
More Dalish tales, I assume.
If you know more about this soul, speak.
The oldest accounts say Mythal was both of these, and neither. She was the mother, protective and fierce. That is all I will say. This is not a place to stir.
Whatever the truth, all accounts of Mythal end the same. Exiled to beyond.
What do you mean,
Tricked by the Dread Wolf. As all the elven gods were said to be, trapped in a land beyond the Fade. Many Dalish believe this is why the elves fell from grace, and their gods did not save them. Or perhaps they were simply rulers slain by Tevinter. Who can...
Let's continue.
As you wish. I see the Venatori have already encountered the temple's guardians.
They hurt themselves for years to get stronger. But they still die so easily.
Perhaps we shall fare better.
Innan vi går dit så vill jag gå hit och titta var in i det här rummet. Loot. Jag kommer ta guldet, men jag vill då ha den här armen för ja, jag vet inte. En Red Wolf. A wolf.
Why would this be here?
Something wrong?
It depicts the Dread Wolf, Fen'Harel. In elven tales, he tricks their gods into sealing themselves away in the beyond for all time. Setting Fen'Harel in Mythal's greatest sanctum is as blasphemous as painting Andraste naked in the chantry.
Perhaps someone added Fen'Harel on a whim, you can say.
Human or elven, priests are jealous of their authority. It is difficult to imagine one would allow it.
For all your knowledge, Lady Morrigan, you cannot resist giving legend the weight of history. The wise do not mistake one for the other.
Pray tell, what meaning does our elven expert sense lurking behind this?
None we can discern by staring at it.
You two look like you're about to kiss when you argue.
'Tis time we pressed forward.
Agreed.
Oh, I love it. Save. Just in case, then open.
It's sealed.
Corypheus's lackeys managed to open it. Perhaps the altar holds a clue.
You mean the altar below us?
It appears the temple's magics are still strong.
Is this Elven? Does it say anything about this Well of Sorrows?
Atishor vir Abalasan. It means enter the path of the Well of Sorrows.
There is something about knowledge. Respect is all I can translate. That it mentions the well is a good omen.
At least we know the well.
Supplicants to Mythal would have first paid obeisance.
Perform a ritual to appease elven gods? Long dead or no, I don't like it.
If need be, unless you wish to turn back. Well done. Let us see what awaits.
Don't let them pass!
I'm not gonna shoot. You're not gonna damage me like that. You're like throwing rocks at a mountain.
Come on, we might catch them.
Hold, while they rush ahead, this leads to our true destination. We should walk the petitioner's path as before.
People are dying out. If we use the tunnel, more of our soldiers can flee.
In this case, I must agree with the witch. This is ancient ground.
You see the urgency? We cannot find the Well of Sorrows unprepared.
You're very eager to reach our destination.
Are we not all eager?
It sounds like what you want is that well.
Legends walked thick. Corypheus would squander the ancient power of the well. I would have it restored.
You barely know what the Well of Sorrows is, but you want to restore it?
Yes. We must.
You don't even know what the fuck it is.
I read more in the first chamber. It said a great boon is given to those who use the Well of Sorrows, but at a terrible price.
What sort of curse should we brace ourselves for if we use the well?
'Twould be easier by far to advise you of a curse. This price is not so well defined. My priority is your cause. That is what we must discuss.
Where is this ritual? No, because I just want to get this over with. Who are you? What's this? Oh yeah, those 200.
What's this?
I believe we are in the presence of the elven goddess Ondrul, Lady of the Hunt.
Or a goddess of sacrifice, according to some.
Truly? I wonder if that is why Ondrul's patron animal is the hare. 'Tis said the Dalish invoke her before a chase, especially if they happen to be stalking humans.
Humans clash with elves all the time. There's blood on both sides.
I do not favor either. One hears things in an Orlesian court. Many Orlesian commanders consider skirmishes against the Dalish excellent sport.
Where is that?
Yes?
More rituals? What?
I believe they signify an intent to lay oneself bare, to champion a cause without pity, regret, or shame. Mathal's cult was not fond of vacillation. One approached them with nothing less than complete confidence.
What happened to those who were less sure of themselves?
Legend. Perhaps this place has a more gruesome history than we know.
Let's continue.
As you will.
Mhm. Åh, kom igen! Fucking shit!
Yes.
Nej, fuck off Morgan!
As you wish.
Alla er, gå hit. Morgan, din dumma fucking hjärnlösa. Stå här. Oh my god, kan inte ni stå i mitten? Jag fucking hatar er. Oh my god, jag vill inte röra den där. Jag vill inte röra. Kan inte ni ställa er i mitten så jag inte behöver fan bråka med er? Jag såg här. Gå hit. Yes, visa vad. Fucking. Jag hatar er alla. Jag hatar er. Ni aldrig. Allting fucking väg. Så. Ja, där egentligen. Tack och lov, jag tog.
Indeed. Time to proceed to the next ritual, I should think.
That is down here. Vad gjorde ni?
The ritual is complete.
We are close. There is but one more path to follow.
Jag hatar er. Ni är alltid min väg.
something, but I can't hear it.
Come, let us see if the doors have opened.
Some people disapproved. I will just go with this because I try to respect Elven culture. Because I don't want to piss off a god. Save för jag är en coward och jag vågar inte.
Tis not what I expected. What was this chamber used for?
What is it used for, you mean?
We're being watched.
Vernavis. You are unlike the other invaders. You stumble down our paths at the side of one of our own. You bear the mark of magic, which is familiar. How has this come to pass? What is your connection to those who first disturbed our slumber?
They are my enemies as well as...
I am called Abelas. We are sentinels, tasked with standing against those who trespass on sacred ground. We wake only to fight, to preserve this place. Our numbers diminish with each invasion. I know what you seek. Like all who have come before you, you wish...
The place of the Way of Sorrows.
It is not for you. It is not for any of you.
Solus, perhaps he'll listen to you.
What shall I say, Inquisitor? Shall I sway him from a millennia of service? He clings to all that remains of his world, because he lacks the power to restore it.
So, you're elves from ancient times?
The Shemlen did not destroy Arlathan. We Elven warred upon ourselves. By the time the doors to this sanctuary closed, our time was over. We awaken only when called. It is meaningless. We endure. The Vira Belisan must be...
What is this Vira Belisan exactly?
It is a path. One walked on...
He speaks of priests.
More than that, you need not know.
We did not come here to fight you, nor to steal from your temple.
I believe you. Trespassers you are, but you have followed rites of petition. You have shown respect to Mythal. If these others are enemies of yours, we will aid you in destroying them. When this is done, you shall be permitted to depart. And never return.
This is our goal, is it not? There is no...
Consider carefully. You must stop Corypheus, yes, but you may also need the well for your own.
I accept your offer.
You will be guided to those you seek. As for the Vira Belisan, it shall not be despoiled. Even if I must destroy it myself.
No!
Morgan! This would be our guide.
Mytholanast.
That's helpful, since Morrigan chased off on her own.
She seeks to protect the Well of Sorrows. She turned into a bird.
Yay! Open! I'm gonna murder shit out of these people.
The entire temple must have looked like this long ago. How could the elves pour such devotion into this nonsense?
We can always ask our hosts.
I will leave that to you.
Henshra, Gilas Velathan.
I believe she would prefer that we remain close.
Just a quick look around. The Sentinels are holding against the Venatori.
We should hurry. Their numbers are not endless.
Vir Sumiel.
Well of sorrows. So Mithal endures. It's loud and so cold.
Andraste, guide us.
So close. And those who would despot. The trials you set me, I have overcome.
As a courtesy, leave now. Or not.
No, Calpurnia. We have things to discuss.
True. I did not think you so civilized. You serve your people. You have one last... The well... To walk the Fade without the anchor. That is what the Well of Sorrows will give Corypheus.
Why would Corypheus think entering the Fade will work any better than last time?
Speech without I knew you would take the... But you'd still be just a child, playing with a sword.
Once you've drunk from the well, Corypheus will use a ritual on you. You'll be a mindless tool, enslaved to his will.
That... where I come from, idle tales must be proven.
Here, the page with his binding ritual. He tried it on your master, Erasthenes.
How could you know? And these runes, no one has written in these since... He made so many promises and everyone alive. Then he did... He was to give Tevinter a true leader. If Corypheus would misuse me, he'd misuse them too. I was blind.
Perhaps Tevinter does need a strong leader. Be that woman.
You mock me, Inquisitor. As if you'd let me walk away.
The Inquisitor is showing you great mercy, Mage. Do not waste it.
If Corypheus triumphs. Listen, if any power can challenge him, perhaps its price is too high, but if you can take it, Vitae Benefaria, Inquisitor. I will give you some time. Then I will return to Tevinter.
What's that for corruption?
You heard his parting words, Inquisitor. The elf seeks to destroy the Well of Sorrows.
So the Sanctum is despoiled.
You would have destroyed the well yourself, given the chance.
To keep it from your grasping finger.
Fool. You'd let your people's legacy rot in the shadows.
Enough.
You cannot honestly...
I said enough.
What's stopping for crushing your skull where you stand?
The well clearly offers power.
Do you even know what you ask? As each servant of Mythal reached the end, all that we were, all that we knew, it would be lost forever.
This can't be easy, holding on to what's left.
You cannot imagine. Each time we awaken, it slips further from our grasp.
There are other places, friend.
Elven such as you?
Yes.
You have shown respect to Mythal, and there is a righteousness in you I cannot deny. Is that your desire? To partake of the Via Belisan as best you can? To fight your enemy?
Not without your permission.
One does not obtain permission. One obtains the right. The Via Belisan may be too much for a mortal to comprehend. Brave it if you must. But know you this.
Bound to a goddess who no longer...
Bound as we are bound. The choice is yours.
Is it possible this Mythal might still exist?
Anything is possible.
Elven legend states that Mythal...
Elven legend is wrong. The Dreadwolf had nothing to do with her murder.
Murder?
She was slain, if a god truly can be. Yet the Via Belisan remains. As do we. That.
Are you leaving the temple?
Our duty ends.
There is a place for you, Lethaline. If...
Perhaps there are places the Shamlen have not touched. It may be that only Uthenera awaits us. The blissful... if fate is kind.
Thank you for this gift, Abelas.
Do not thank me yet, Shemlin.
Malas Amali Nahalam Abalas. His name, Abalas, means sorrow. I said, I hoped he finds a new name.
You'll note the intact Illuvian.
Is it still a threat? Can Corypheus...
You recall when I took you through my Illuvian, I said each required a key? The well is the key. I did not expect the well to feel so... hungry.
Seems like that should be a concern.
Knowledge begets a hunger. I am willing to...
Or more likely to your own ends?
What would you know of my ends, elf?
You are a glutton drooling at the sight of a feast. You cannot be trusted.
Of those present, I alone have the training to make use of this. Let me drink, Inquisitor.
What training makes you so qualified?
I have studied the oldest lore. I have delved into mystery. Can you honestly tell me there is anyone better suited?
What about you, Solas?
No. Do not ask me again.
I don't know who's better suited, and neither do you.
I have the best chance of making use of the well. For everyone. Let me drink.
I hate to say it, but Abalas's plan to destroy the well may be the best one.
What happens when Corypheus comes for you? He is immortal. Give me this, and I fight at your side. I shall be your sword.
Thoughts?
She is right about only one thing. We should take the power which lies in that well.
If it is truly between you and her, then let her take the risk. Make her help us all.
So many voices. They would be in your head.
Enough deliberation. Give me your decision.
It's yours.
It's yours. Sure, take it. I don't want it anyway.
The Illuvian!
Did I tell her to take it? I was like long blue. Oh, fuck.
It is done.
I had her take it. Right?
When you went through that mirror, Corypheus and his archdeacon...
What he wanted was no longer...
Perhaps. He spent so long trying to get into the...
Then Corypheus is... If he is wise...
He will not hide.
And I won't hide.
He knows this, and will act accordingly.
And how could you have such insight into his plans?
The Well of Sorrows held many voices. They hold wisdom. Secrets I never dreamed possible. But even they fear what Corypheus...
We defeated his army, and elven magic killed him at the temple. He's not invincible.
Not invincible, but incredibly... The dragon he calls is not truly an archdemon. It is a dragon in which Corypheus has invested part of his being. He doubtless did so out of pride to emulate the gods of old. That pride can be exploited. Kill the dragon, and his ability to leap into other bodies is disrupted. He can be slain.
Just kill his dragon. Why didn't we think of that before?
There is a way to defeat the dragon, to match Corypheus. Your help will be required, Inquisitor. Speak.
I'll see to Skyhold's defenses in the meantime.
Let me get drawn to... Wait, did I level up? Yep.
It comes swiftly, this moment that will be spoken. The day, defeat him, and you'll be more than a holy man.
I couldn't have...
And there, people I wanted to tell you that I share their sentiments, Inquisitor, and...
You've always been there for us.
It means much to... Farewell, my lord.
So, I'm still trying. We went to an elven ruin, so we'll end wound up back here. I don't want to think about this anymore. You want to discuss something normal? You want to talk about me?
The Temple of Mythal was extraordinary. What will you do with the power of the well once Corypheus is dead?
This war proved that we can't go back to the way things were.
You would risk What if it isn't? What if you wake up to...
I'll take a breath, see where things went wrong, and then try again.
Just like that.
If we don't keep trying, we'll never get it right.
You're right.
Or what?
You have offered that someday things... Forgive my melancholy. The orb... With luck, some of the past may yet survive.
Thank you, Solas.
You are welcome.
What happened at the Elven Temple? I should go back, shouldn't I? To Tevinter. Once this is done. All my talk of how terribly wrong things are back home. But what do I do about it? Nothing. Us? Trust me, Amatus. It would give me no pleasure to leave your side. You make monumental decisions affecting the entire world. How can I not consider some of my own?
Why don't I go with you?
Take you away from all this?
You don't have to ask.
Tempting. We both know you would end up doing it all yourself. As much as watching my homeland beaten into submission would amuse me, this is something I need to do.
If that's what you have to do, I understand.
There you go. This is your fault, remember? You're shaping the world. For good. If it means proving that Tevinter can be better, that there's hope... I do love how you're always on the go. It's tiring to watch you. Try not...
Here is the request Harriet made. I was pondering who might be divine, and it suddenly occurred to me. Is it so ridiculous for the Grand Clerics to support me? Why shouldn't they?
If you were divine, what would you do?
Change things. No more circles. The mages will be free. The Chantry will accept them as the Maker's children. In fact, it will accept everyone. Else, the Chantry allows our differences to tear us apart, instead of teaching us how we are the same.
I kind of do support her.
I think you would make a good divine.
I am glad to hear it. Your support may persuade the Grand Clerics to vote in... Justinia wanted the Chantry to grow, but her reforms never... She was held back by tradition and was too gentle to force change. I won't make that mistake.
You never know. Justinia might have succeeded if she hadn't been caught in a...
I won't make that mistake. Justinia thought the circles needed to change. But the Chantry alienated potential. If we could bring them into the fold, there are those who... but
I don't know, it's fun. I like listening to my friends and everything like that talk. It's enjoyable. This is soon the end of the game, and I'm just gonna jump because no consequences.
A good
victory in the Arbor Wilds. The Archdemon might have been a real threat to our army, but it flew off once we turned the tide. It is still out there, however. I wonder what Corypheus plans now.
We'll deal with...
Do not underestimate, but he will come. You will get your chance.
It wouldn't be any fun if all this was over so soon.
Corypheus believes himself a god. Pride... I have faith you will be victor. Not long ago, this was impossible to imagine. You, a valued friend, victory close at hand. The time has come to consider what will come next.
Oh, I have...
As you should. Blessed are they who stand before the corrupt and the wicked, and do not falter. You have come far, my friend. It has been...
Though all before me is shadow, yet shall the Maker be my guide. For there is no darkness.
A prayer for you.
For those we have lost, and those I am afraid to lose.
I'm glad you haven't lost your faith.
I've questioned it at times, but I found comfort in faith when life offered little. Corypheus will retaliate. It's only a matter of time. We must draw strength wherever we can.
From moments like this, perhaps.
There are fewer of those lately.
There's time now.
Are there any more companions I need to talk to or something like that?
What's been going on?
Varric came by to talk. He told me a story about copper marigolds.
Take care.
So to kill Corypheus, all we have to do is kill his dragon first? That's easy. We're good at killing shit. Just one more big fight to put this Magister asshole down for good. I knew you'd get us.
I've been waiting for the chance to pay that bastard back.
Yeah, this is... Hey boss, how are you?
Can you tell me more about Saharon?
What do you want to know?
What are things like for the native?
I remember one guy. He made these things. Fish wrapped in thin bread. Nice guy. Talk to him every morning. So, one time I'm asking about his bad back. I see he's nervous, trying to tell me something with his eyes. Next thing I know, his assistants draw knives and come at my team. The rebels had forced him to poison my food.
And then?
I'd seen how nervous he was, so I hadn't eaten anything. A couple of my guys weren't so lucky. We killed the rebels. I lost 2 men to the poison, another to knife wounds. My friend who made the fish wraps died with a knife in his throat. Close quarters. That is what things are like for the natives of Sahara.
See you later.
Nice.
We're hiding from the fight. There's a change in those eyes. Didn't see. We're waiting.
I'm sorry. Oh wait, no I'm not. It's just the funniest, isn't it? That creaky old Abelas in Mythal saying the elves weren't destroyed by Tevinter.
An admission that did not come easy.
Of course it didn't. Because that's elfy elves thing. Being the sore losers of history. I never hear the end of it. Like being sad makes them better than me. Turns out they're not victims. They're the same as everyone else. Arseholes. Plus, a big old temple full of demon-worshipping lies. Grand, that.
So your main takeaway is that elves worship demons?
Well, they never call them that, yeah? I mean, it was impressive and all. Makes the Dalish look like tits for living in the woods, but so what? There can't be a bunch of gods, and the Maker. Don't matter how much or little you believe, those don't fit. So call me stupid, but I believe the stuff not made up by dead people who failed. Mythal is a ruin full of I mean, it just makes sense, right?
Huh?
There's so much history there.
No, now you're...
But everything we...
Why believe it? Because Abelar, you're not even an elf. You're the frigging herald of Andraste. Every time you open your mouth, you'll sound like an idiot.
Well, it works for you, so I'm in good company.
Words are dumb. Haven't had an argument yet. I can't with arrows. Let me know when you want me to
Yay! That's fun, actually. Talk shit about our worst enemies.
Corypheus died, and then he didn't. That's why he always felt wrong, like he didn't fit inside himself. He wears another man's life. I thought dying was forever.
So did I. Corypheus seems to break a lot of rules.
But is it him? Is he real? If a man can be dead and then not, could I have saved the real Cole?
What happened to him wasn't your fault.
His hands were bruised from beating on the wall. It was dark, like the cabinet where he hid to escape his father. His belly hurt like knives, throat cracked. He said, "Thank you, thank you."
It's actually very sad.
I'm here. Nothing right.
Who am I gonna take with me to tame a dragon?
Will you be coming to the readings? After what happened, I just assumed.
I now understand the nuance behind elven words. 'Tis exhilarating, the rush of images. Truth dangling just out of reach.
Tell me more.
Take the Illuvians. It was always assumed their use was lost after the Tevinter conquest of Arlathan. But the ancient elves had closed all paths to the crossroads long before. They warred with themselves, and the Illuvians were sealed to prevent an enemy from using them to attack. So much is misunderstood. It would...
And that's...
'Tis more than good. None of which has anything to do with why. Earlier, I said there was a way to match the power. We must summon Mathal.
Really? That sounds quite fun.
Fun? 'Tis an odd notion of fun you have, Inquisitor.
Yeah.
Whatever Mathal was, goddess, myth, or ancient being, how or in what... I must go to an altar in the wilderness to perform the summoning, and you must be with me.
You don't need me for
The altar could have a guardian or other surprises. Thus, your company would be best. Imagine what we will learn.
Where is this thing? I'm gonna take Dorian with me, and I need a warrior. I need some more tanks. Blackwall, and then only because I can. Yeah, Beric. Vänta. Efter det här så kommer jag... Om jag stänger av det här och gör lunch.
This is the place.
It is.
Oh, Beric.
Look for an altar, ancient but still standing.
That shouldn't be hard, you know, because there's nothing here. Yeah, see? Wasn't so hard. It's literally nothing else here.
There! Do you see it? Tis all that remains. We few who travel far call to me and I will come.
Strange that there wasn't an altar like this at Mythal's temple. The temple was a place of justice, but this is different. This was where the elves called her.
Then one day she disappeared. Your companions will need to... Not to worry, if there is shouting, they will... to us. Mother.
Mother?
Now, isn't this a surprise?
So this is...
She is a
Now, that's quite enough of that.
What have you done to me?
I have done nothing.
Then you are Mythal?
Thank you for coming. I had no idea what to expect.
You see, girl, those are manners, as you require a demonstration.
I do not understand.
Once I was but a woman, crying, and she came to me, a wisp of an ancient being. I have carried Mythal through the ages ever since, seeking the justice denied to her.
Then you carry Mythal inside you?
She is a part of me. You hear the voices of the well. But what was Mythal? Truth is not the end. A herald indeed, shouting to the heavens, harbinger of a new age. As for me, I have had many names, but you may call me Flemeth.
Then you're Mythal and Morrigan's mother.
As well as a witch who prolongs her unnatural...
That's what you believe, is it?
I found your grimoire, and I am no fool, old woman.
Yet here you stand. My daughter ran from me long ago. I've let her be, until now, it seems.
We summoned you because we need your help.
Against the Magister who grasps beyond his reach. Yes, I know. The voices did not lie, Morrigan. Do you understand?
Yes. I think I do. Wait!
I wish to see who drank from the well. Imagine my surprise to
And that is all.
A soul is not forced upon the unwilling, Morrigan. You were never in danger from me.
All things considered, Inquisitor, I now wish you had drunk from the well.
Forced to obey your mother, huh? Ouch.
What she said is true, at least. I have the answer to... I can match the Archdemon's power when the time comes. All that remains is...
Oh my god, jag vill ha det där. Och jag sparar och jag är klar för dag. Eller nu, eller whatever. hittade och sådana saker.